Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would sit down and do another video for you guys and gals. Sip of water first. You guys a forearm shot. Forearms are still on point. All right, let's talk about squats and deadlifts. I believe that squats and deadlifts are an essential basic exercise. I think almost everyone, there are a few exceptions, I think almost everyone on earth should be doing them. Okay, I do not buy the nonsense excuses from influencers and so-called coaches who are like, I don't have any of my people do them, I don't do them. I'm sorry, that's lazy, and you are not looking out for the best interest of your clients, your followers, anything else. You're not. And I also don't buy this nonsense that they're difficult to teach. And I would say, if you believe that you are a coach or a trainer, you honestly believe that, and you tell me that you can't teach people to perform these basic exercises safely and correctly, then I think that you need to find a new career, that you are not qualified to be even the most basic entry-level personal trainer, let alone call yourself a coach, and you sure as hell should not be putting out information online to people who want to get in shape and lift. You just shouldn't. These are some of the most fundamental, basic exercises. They also, and here's the thing, I know people say, well, this bodybuilders don't. Yeah, they do. Most of the Mr. Olympias, the top bodybuilders in the world for generations, have performed these exercises. The majority of the best bodybuilders perform these exercises. So that's complete BS. It's complete BS. People say, well, you don't need them for aesthetics. Really? Because some of the most aesthetic guys out there push these movements still. So again, I don't know what you're talking about. All right, general population. Really, if I could narrow down out of a handful of exercises that the general population, just people who want to get into a little better shape, who are new to the gym, should be doing, these two would be near the top of the list, if not the top two. Again, I'm talking about a barbell back squat if they are strong enough to do one, right? They might need to start with body weight stuff. Box squats, a dumbbell squat, till they're strong enough to even do it. Okay, and I'm talking about a conventional deadlift. Okay, a conventional deadlift. I'm not talking about a sumo deadlift. All right, these two exercises bring more to the table in terms of muscular development and benefits than just about any other lift you can come up with. Okay. And for people chime in with trap bar deadlifts, no, I'm not a fan. I think the injury risk personally is higher on a trap bar, and I think it creates more fatigue and brings less to the table. I'm just simply not a fan before that gets brought up. No, I think these movements bring the most to the table. So in terms of your general population lifters, this is what they probably should be doing. Again, should be priorities. They're probably the two most beneficial exercises you could possibly come up with for general fitness, gaining muscle, improving health, speeding up metabolic rate, all these things. All right? They're kings. They're the kings. Now, people who are like, well, if I can't afford a trainer, they're too hard to learn. No. This is 2023, almost 2024. 20 years ago, I would have bought that logic. This now invalidates that excuse. These are these things called smartphones. Okay? These are supercomputers that people carry around in their pockets that have access to this thing called the internet. And they have high definition cameras in them, and you can store hours of footage. You can even upload the footage on these to the internet. Wow. Okay. There you go. That completely debunks that because you can go find free guides to everything from starting strength to other people have full free guides explaining step by step how to perform a proficient squat and a deadlift for the barbell. How to set them up, how to place your hands, your feet, how to brace, how to move. You can film yourself with these with a little tripod or have a friend hold it, some of the gym hold it. You can film yourself and look to see if you're doing them correctly. You have free guides for this. Now, granted, I charge hundreds of dollars for this. I coach. But yeah, free guides. Free guides if you ignore the idiots like Squat University. Please ignore that ass clown. But that aside, because he'll have you take 17 years before you can add any weight to the bar. As if the squat is that complicated. Again, that's what deters people, nonsense like that. We're going to have this exact perfect form with no hip shift and, nonsense. Complete nonsense. All right. But free resources. When in doubt, there are groups literally on places like Facebook and forums where experienced lifters and coaches are there every day. You can upload your footage and ask for form advice. All for free. All for free. So there's no excuse that you can't learn how to perform them. Because either you're really busy and you've got enough money, you can hire someone like me to teach you, okay. Or you don't, and you probably have a little bit of free time then. You can use all these free resources. You can learn to do these movements relatively easy. We have all these resources and knowledge and technology available. That excuse no longer exists. You don't even have to be intelligent to do this, right? You don't have to be intelligent or educated to even do that. You all know how to use the internet. You all know how to use a smartphone. Little kids know how to use a smartphone. I'll tell you that right now. I can tell you right now with what the knowledge the average 12-year-old has. They could use the technology and knowledge they have to learn to have a perfect squat and a perfect deadlift in one day. In one day, I bet you all of them would have it good enough to where it would be safely to load and train and progress. There's going to be a bunch of adults can't do this with your phone. Come on. It's nonsense. So, I don't understand when people are not doing these movements, given what they bring to the table. Okay, if you don't work out, I get it, but you should be working out. But people who are like, I'm trying to get fit, I'm trying to get into shape, I'm trying to get results, why are you not doing these? Is it because they're hard? Is it because they might require a little bit of effort? Well, guess what? If you want results, you're going to have to do a little bit of work. To be the bearer of bad news there. But there is just simply no excuse for not doing these, barring you're in a wheelchair. Okay? Because even people are like, well, it hurts. Well, figure out why it's hurting. Go back and fix the form issues. 90% of the time, the people who hurt when they do these, I can look at their footage and be like, why don't you do the lift correctly? And again, there are people who can help with these things. I answer questions on this all the time, even in my comments and things. There are free resources out there even to fix that. And granted, that's a lot of what I do as a coach. But again, barring specific medical issues, that's really the only excuse you have. People are like, well, I don't want it to do a certain thing. You don't want to gain muscle and lose fat and be fitter. Why the hell are you working out? Because that's what it's going to do. They're not going to do negative things to your physique or your performance or anything else. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.